Hi, today we are making super quick Brussels sprouts, and I love this because it's baked and super fast to prepare. So these are the things you will need: some Brussels sprouts, garlic, bacon. I have turkey bacon, but anyone would work, any kind. I have a cookie sheet, salt, pepper, and I like to put a little bit paprika, just I like it a little bit more to add more taste. You can skip that if you don't really like a lot of spices. And I'm going to use oil, but olive oil would also work. So what we need to do first is trim the bottoms of the Brussels sprouts because those are hard, and then cut every single one in half, and then I'm going to rinse them. So I'm going to make one bag, cut all of them in half, and then you can either wash them before you cut or after. Either one would work. So once we are done with our Brussels sprouts, we also need to peel our garlic. I'm going to do 4 claws. Oh, I was about to throw on my garlic. So if you have more than one bag, you might want to double everything. But I only have one bag, which is usually enough for our family because there's 4 of us, since we eat this other side. Okay, now that our garlic is peeled, we have to chop it into small pieces. And if you have a grinder or a machine for grinding the garlic, that's perfect. I actually have one too, but for garlic I just usually use the knife, and for the onions I use the machine, the grinder. And we want the garlic to be very small, unless you don't mind bigger chunks, but I like it minced into tiny little pieces. So usually after I cut it, I chop it a few more times like that with my knife. Okay, that should be good. We also need to cut our bacon. I don't have that much left. I actually used it for another recipe yesterday. I only have 4 slices left, so I'm going to use that. But I think the good amount for this amount of Brussels sprouts would probably be half a pack, so probably about 6 slices, and I just cut them into smaller pieces too. It doesn't need to be perfect. And now we can mix everything together. I'm going to preheat my oven before I mix everything to 400, and I have Brussels sprouts in a dish. I'm just going to pat them dry because I rinse them in cold water. If you have time to rinse and just air dry, that's fine too, but I'm usually in a rush when I'm cooking. With 2 little kids at home, there's always something to do. And I'm going to just pour some oil If you have oil, olive oil, that works too. And then a little bit salt. And black pepper. And I'm going to put a little bit of paprika on mine. You don't have to if you don't like it. And then we'll mix everything. We want, the reason I like to do this in a separate bowl before adding it onto the baking dish or your cookie sheet is you want to make sure that all the Brussels sprouts are covered either in oil. That way they don't get burned. So give it a good mix. Oh, I lost one. Now it looks good. Now we can just spread it onto our sheet. Yum, yum. Just make sure they're not on top of each other. So take a bigger size sheet. And then we'll just sprinkle the bacon. And our garlic. Yum, yum. This is super yummy, super healthy, and so quick. I love this for get-togethers too, because it's super easy. And now we can put it in the oven. So this will go in lower. It's in. I'm going to set my timer on for 35 minutes and then it'll be all set. Okay, my timer just went off, so I'm going to turn this off. And oh, the smell, you guys. This looks amazing. Smells amazing. Looks amazing. And it's all done. Enjoy.